New details tonight. While the new Paw Sox owners are selling their idea to taxpayers, lawyers are working behind the scenes. They're trying to see if it's going to be possible to take the land where the ballpark is planned. And team president Jim Skeffington answered questions about the issue today. Political reporter Bill Rapley is live in the studio with those details. Bill?
Well, Patrice, there is no denying that the site the owners have selected on the water in Providence is beautiful. But there are reasons why it was left as a park, some of them because of infrastructure issues and some legal. The land is empty on the surface, but not so underneath. There's a drop shaft into a huge combined sewer overflow tunnel that we visited 10 years ago. There's also a high-pressure gas line. Paw Sox president Jim Skeffington has had engineers already look into those problems.
But it also happens to have some utility facilities underneath it. And so we have to remove those facilities and relocate them. We've done some cost estimates on that with our consultants, and that's going to cost approximately $5 million. Could be even $5.5 million, but in that area. If there's any cost overruns, the lease we're proposing with the state doesn't kick in until a certificate of occupancy is issued by the city of Providence.
This ideal baseball park site has another issue that might not be solved with just more money. When the 195 land was divided up, the Federal Highway Administration directed how much of it needed to be dedicated to parks. It was subject to a federal environmental impact statement. There are also requirements under the State Coastal Resource Management Council.
Our lawyers have looked at it, and clearly the state has under the law, the state has the right to waive any of those restrictions they have on the land.
The state,
now, there is,
the
state has the right, under the agreements between the federal government and the state has the right to waive certain restrictions, including this, I think.
The 195 Land Commission has jurisdiction over the property, so we asked if what Skeffington told us is true. Can the state waive federal requirements? The response, the commission is looking at the issue but has not reached any conclusion. This is definitely a work in progress as far as getting permission from the feds to change the designation of the property. And while the ball team owners point out the parkland was never going to pay taxes to the city, experts tell us at the very least the federal government will demand that alternative parkland be created on the 195 land, which would take an equivalent amount of taxable property off the city tax rolls. I'm Bill Rapley, NBC 10 News in the studio.
Great interview, Bill. Good to put the spotlight on that. And you can see the entire 10 News conference Sunday morning at 11:30 here on NBC 10 or anytime online at turnto10.com.